Hello guys, it's Mary and welcome back to my channel where I post DIYs, home decor, beauty tips, wardrobe inspo, as well as travel and lifestyle. Now I'm so excited about today's video because I'm going to be showing you some really cool high-end DIY looks that you would not believe. I bought everything I use from £1 store. Now there are other stores that carry just exactly the same thing that I used. So you don't have to, purchase your stuff from £1 store. But who wouldn't want to spend less on a DIY project? And the goal here is not to look like the whole thing that I used came from £1 store. I'm aiming for that high-end quality looks. You understand what I mean? So if this sounds like something you would love to see, please stick to the end of this video and I hope you enjoy it. Okay guys, so for this first project, I'm going to take this yarn and do the knitting slash macrame technique. You just have to make 4 loops on the finger. You take the bottom loop and move it over the top loop. Slide it down. You keep repeating this same process. You will notice that as you go on, the braided yarn would pile up in your finger, and then you just have to keep sliding it down until the whole yarn is gone. And then finally you're going to make a loop, cut it, make a knot and tie it, and then you're done. So for the next project guys, I'm going to draw half a circle using a string on a poster board. I got this poster board from £1 store. There were 5 in 1 pack, which is such a good buy. So after that I did cut it out, and so I would roll it, make a cone into using this poster board. And after that I'm going to use the hot glue to secure it on the tape. And this gave me just 1 poster board. I was able to make about 5 of this cone, which is really nice. And so the next project is going to be using this knitted slash macrame yarn technique that I did to roll it on the cone. So I'm using this hot glue, and then I will start from the top, which is really good. It's good to start from the top, so that way you walk your way down and it's neat and it won't have to look a little tacky. It's easier to hide your mistakes on the bottom than on the top. So remember this. And when I was done, I just have to use the hot glue to, in the end of it, stick it right inside that little string. Just have to fold it and push it inside like so. And then I use the hot glue to, push together the loose ends just so it doesn't fall apart easily. And then after that, for the topping, I use this 20mm Pro to make the topping, which is to me, this was cute and simple. It really changed the look. And there's it. I also used the remainder of the yarn and rolled it like I'm wrapping it around in the cone. I wasn't really sure what to do with this yarn, but I thought to myself, how about I just kind of roll it like you're wrapping it around and twisting it around, around, and around. Um, that's exactly what I did. And trust me, it came out really nice. I must say, I really like this. So, see that? Just giving it a different look. And then for the topping, I used the Pro size 16 millimeter, and just nice and simple. These are the two different styles. I also had done the same knitted macrame style in white, and just the last one that I designed was also in white, so each of those were in white and gray. And here's for my next project, guys. I'm using the socks to make a gnome. I'm just gonna cut it and put it aside. Just make a circle on the poster bud and cut it out. The size of the circle is 10 centimeter. So the reason is because I wanted to place it inside the socks for my gnome, just to secure the base. That way, when standing the gnome, it just is secured and it could stand upright without having to tilt to the side. And then I went ahead and poured some rice. There is really no measurement to the amount of rice. Some people use rice and some people use other kind of grains like beans or whatever. So but here I'm using rice, and then I use the polyester to fill it, the remainder of it. So I'm not using rice all the way. I don't want to waste all our rice, so I just decided to use half rice and half polyester. The next thing I did was take a cone with a sheet of felt and just wrapping around this to make a gnome hat, the head, as you would call it. So I just run the hot glue around it and wrap it around. Like so. And glued. The last piece of it was just hanging out. I wasn't sure what to do with this part. I just went ahead and decided to cut it off just to give it a clean finishing, and then glue the remainder of this part and flap it down, and it came out really nice. You're welcome to cut off the excess on the bottom of the felt. So after this part, I went ahead and tried to fit in the socks. I found that it was a bit smaller than I wanted, so I opened it up and stuffed it. I stuffed it even more with some more polyester. I mean, you're welcome to do any size you want, but in this case, I just wanted it to be in some ways like a bit tall. So I secured it, made a knot, and then glued it down to secure it properly. And this is how I would want it to be. So I went ahead and put some hot glue on the socks. And then fit it in. At this point, I'm satisfied with the length and the size. So there were some pieces of yarn that was left. I just took it and tried to use it to make a bow. I just wasn't sure what I was doing, but I just knew that I wanted to design the gnome, the hat. So just kind of playing around with it. And the next one is a fabric of fofo. that I got from 1 pound store. This was so huge, uh, about 2 meter in size. Trust me, I couldn't believe it. And this is gonna save me a lot of money, and I will use it for other projects, not just for this. Notice how I'm cutting my faux. I'm not running the scissors deep right into it, because what happens is when you cut deep, you cut the whole forehead, and then you just really mess it up. So I just have to cut carefully, and see how that came out nicely. Just straighten it out with my finger. I'm gonna try to stick it right in there, but before then I have to secure it with the hot glue. This is coming together nicely. It's going to make the bear for the gnome. So just securing it around with the hot glue so that everything stays in place. And I gave it a little bit of combing. Look at that. Next, I used round wooden bead. It measures 2.5 centimeter. I'm gonna use it for this little guy's nose. And I also wanted to keep this a little stylish, so I had to use some pine and also use some holly berries in the addition to that, and the bow tie. So I went ahead to cut out a round circle from this a circle from the flea, and so I could use it to make the topping even more stylish. I just placed the round bead inside of it and just glued it together. I wanted it to have some kind of weight, a bit heavy, and that's why I placed the bead inside. And after that, I'm going to cut out a long piece from the remainder of the yarn. Just twist it around to make a dangling from the hat. I don't know, I just wanted to try something different, so hopefully this will make sense. I'm just trying by error, so we'll see. And I glued it, and to place it on the top, make a topping from the hat, I just shoveled it down with a pen and added some hot glue to secure it in place. So basically this will be hanging more like a hat, and this is it. I also went ahead to do another gnome, the female one. And for my last project, I'm using a mop. Yes, I loved the material so much, I went ahead to pull it out as much as I needed and glue it on the ornament. I didn't have to buy a new ornament. This is the ornament I have at home. You're welcome to use any color of your choice. So basically all I'm doing is just hot gluing this fabric. And did you also know that you can use this for a vase filler? It's not just for Christmas tree decoration only. That's just the beauty of it. I must say that this part of the project I enjoyed. I enjoyed all the projects today, but this particular one feels so good. I wasn't sure how it'll turn out, but yeah, it's beginning to look like it's a one of a kind. It's something I've never done before. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Look at that. This is so beautiful. The way it turned out, so cute and so cozy, guys. And just a recap of all the other projects in this video today. Alright guys, that's it for this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that this video has brought you a little bit of inspo. If it did, please like this and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because I have a lot more where this came from and I'm excited to share them with you. Thank you so much. Bye.